security guard let him walk. You get paid he get paid to protect that security guard. It's unfishy with him. That's why he deleted his Instagram. I definitely feel like it's foul play. I don't know where it's coming from, but I think it's...
Officials confirmed one of the 3 people shooting was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends.
The Atlanta court has released all the records pertaining to King Von's death, revealing new, previously unseen evidence. The documents begin with information provided to the police by a nurse at the hospital, stating that King Von was successfully resuscitated and survived 2 surgical procedures. Tragically, King Von was startled by the nurse entering the room, which ultimately led to his passing, and Von survived 2 surgeries.
Von made it through 2 surgeries. He had 3 surgeries ago. He made it through 2 surgeries. And then after the 2nd surgery, he hopped off the bed and started fighting the nurse and said where his gun at. And he died because he went into shock. So he was making 2 surgeries. How hours later, Kayla know, talking about some, he fought the nurse. She the one told me that. His mama didn't even know that. How you knowing what's going on inside the hospital that quick?
Because she was there at the hospital.
However, Von was searching for a weapon he didn't possess. This information has only just surfaced today. Therefore, how did Boosie know he lacked a gun during an interview conducted 2 years ago?
You said the King Von situation. Like there was absolutely no reason for Von to be rolling around with that dude. Like there was no, especially since he had security. Like, you know, someone should have jumped in. It should never even.
King Von
I almost feel like, but I almost feel like if you have real security,
all of them is supposed to blast. I feel like they would have been more ready in Chicago.
Sad, man, sad. I mean, the whole King Von thing is really kind of hanging
me up,
over everyone right now.
That f me up, bro. I like King Von.
But what's even more shocking is that police indicated King Von was likely betrayed by someone within his own group. King Von had bodyguards on his payroll who were meant to ensure his safety that evening. Yet when the confrontation erupted, they fled the scene.
Security guard let him walk. You get paid he get paid to protect. How the f you let him walk over and fight? You ain't even supposed to let him fight. He ain't supposed to be touching nobody. Security guard, if anything, you make sure Quando them leave. Whoever else they was with, you make sure they leave. How you let him walk over somebody that's the reason y'all here, the reason everybody in this parking lot here, because this man right here making the money and y'all his entourage. But that security guard, it's unfishy with him. That's why he deleted his Instagram. I definitely feel like it's foul play. I don't know where it's coming from, but I definitely feel like it's some weird shit going on.
When you combine this with the statements made by Von's father regarding his own son, the situation becomes clearer. Because Von's dad had heard his son was cooperating with authorities and revealed his involvement in King Von's death, he further alleged that Lil Durk was aware of the situation.
I'm gonna give you this. It's a back door and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm gonna tell you. As Durk asked Vonnie, is it open? Vonnie told him it's off the hinges.
Wait. Are you talking about the Von? Like King Von?
Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim, the next day or the same day, Durk asked Vonnie, was it open? This is what he asked him, was it open? It was the exact words, was it open? He told him it's off the hinges.
Are you saying that Vonnie backdoor King Von? No way. That was right here.
You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? I got bankers. That'll testify that or will make a contract or make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had, this is what he had, this is that another. You need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Durk before, who told on Von.
Yet, initially it seems illogical why Durk would desire Von's death. However, police records indicated that Durk and Von were involved in a legal dispute at that time. Following Von's passing, the case concluded with a confidential agreement, leading fans to speculate that Durk shifted the criminal responsibility onto Von to resolve the legal matter.
Why would Durk want Von?
Let me give you this. First of all, you didn't sign your rights over. You ain't in no 360 deal. First of all, you can't bring nobody into the business and they surpass you. How you bring me to the table when I pass you up? Don't nobody want their chief spot taken, do they?
That's an interesting
Dude was
thing.
a slack. He was signed the boys. Von wasn't no slack.
That's interesting. I did find out that Von didn't have any contractual ties to Durk like that, which was
I mean, come on, man. He wasn't even signed to him. How's this his friend? He lied on Breakfast Club and said, "Hey, you think your man would be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not have an attorney? He got a public defender."
This situation led fans to link the timing of these deaths with Dirk appearing on Instagram Live alongside Von's father, suggesting that Dirk had engineered Von's demise. It prompts the question of why Dirk resorts to Instagram Live whenever he is associated with a death. He went live immediately following the deaths of King Von, Lil Pab, and FBG Duck, causing some to theorize that Dirk utilized Instagram Live as a form of alibi. If he were ever investigated by federal authorities for a crime, he could claim he was merely broadcasting on Instagram at the time. However, Von's father did not stop there and further claimed that Von was also responsible for arranging Lil Pab's death.
Oh, no, he ain't take my advice. He ain't respond no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't respond nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they playing. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
So, that's what you meant by trenches paint. Okay.
What you mean trenches what?
Was it you that said that? With the whole narrative about Vonnie snitching with the text messages. Like, that's...
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
Cause that was a focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages was about.
That's just saying what he finna cop out to and this, that. And with me saying Von, some people like, man, what he gonna tell on some words on Von?
I ain't gonna lie, I said that in my video. I'm intrigued to know what the Von name was for.
No, he ain't gonna tell him no Von. You gonna tell it just like you orchestrated Lil Pab. You orchestrated this, and guess who you were?
Nevertheless, the police documented the complete timeline of King Von's death and the sequence of events leading up to it. On November 5th, 2020, Von and his entourage made preparations to travel to an Atlanta nightclub for his album's release celebration. The event was intended to mark King Von's achievement, but no one anticipated how quickly it would turn tragic. When it was time to depart for the club, they mobilized, utilizing 8 separate vehicles to transport 25 group members. Even Von's manager commented on the safety precautions Von had implemented.
I travel with one security that moves with Von, and he traveled with 2 more security. You know what I'm saying? Von traveled in a proof truck, and not only that, his guys are security, man. He travels with 10 to 15 guys daily. They protect and love Von more than any security would. I think we're about 8-10 cars deep, 20-25 on entourage.
The celebration went extremely well and concluded at 2:30 a.m. The original intention was for the group to return to their hotels for the night, but Von altered the itinerary.
Everybody's mind leaving the club is that we're going to the hotel and the Airbnb, because that's normal routine. The club he went to, the after hours, wasn't getting paid for. I didn't have no acknowledgement of. His team didn't have no acknowledgement of. That was a complete bond.
Von directed his driver to proceed to a different venue named the Monaco, a choice that proved to be the first step toward King Von's demise.
So everybody else that was with us driving to the Airbnb, and Von literally went to the venue by himself. We got a call later from people in the car, like, hey bro, we here by, matter of fact, I think from his DJ was like, hey bro, we here by ourselves, like, where you guys at? And everybody rerouted to that.
The occupants of Von's truck failed to inform the rest of the group about their change in destination. Consequently, upon their arrival at the Monaco, they were alone. Fortunately, the remainder of the team managed to join them before any incident occurred at the new venue. However, Von's manager noticed that Von was behaving unusually. Instead of being energetic, he remained quiet and seated in the vehicle for half an hour.
The reason Von wasn't himself. This man is like, I promise you, the best artist I ever moved in my life. For some reason that night, it was off. Like, he stayed in the car for like 30-35 minutes.
After some persuasion, Von finally agreed to enter the club. But as a precaution, they first sent in some of Von's security detail to confirm the venue was secure.
I went to the car he was in. I was like, yo, Von. Went inside the passenger seat. I'm like, yo, Von, bro, what's going on? Like, everybody here waiting, let's go. He was like, all right, let's go. We're telling security, hey, it's time to go in now. Von's ready. You know what I'm saying? We've been here too long. Let's go inside the club. They check the venue, go inside, check the outside, make sure there's no...
However, the genuine threat was located in the parking area, as a member of Von's entourage spotted Quando Rondo and his associates inside a white car in the parking lot.
Now, right before we go inside the club, one of his homeboys, he came to the car and said, hey, so-and-so's here. And Von just jumped up like, oh, come on, let's go.
King Von immediately leaped out of his truck, apparently seeking a confrontation with Quando Rondo. Von's team attempted to calm him down, but they were unsuccessful. He circled the front of the car and headed directly toward Quando Rondo.
Jumped out the car. By the time Von jumped out the car, I don't even think he knew where so-and-so was. He just jumped out the car. He bumped into so-and-so. As soon as he bumped into so-and-so, started brawling.
As Quando Rondo began to lose the fight, his close friend Lou Tim swiftly emerged from behind the white vehicle and fired a weapon at King Von in the street. Von's armed crew members immediately returned fire on Lou Tim, causing him to collapse just a short distance away. Compounding the situation, 2 off-duty police officers arrived and began discharging their weapons between the 2 warring groups. While this chaos unfolded, Quando and King Von were lying on the street adjacent to one another. Some people allege that Quando attempted to steal King Von's chain, but Von's manager suspects Von was using him as a protective barrier.
Was he trying to take Von's chain or?
Honest truth, I don't think V-Roy had no jewelry on, and from the people that was a little bit closer, Von was actually holding onto him like, man, you ain't going nowhere. Like, you here, like, even through getting, he's that strong. Like, he was literally holding him.
However, once the area stabilized, the urgent effort to preserve King Von's life began. Immediately, King Von's close friend Moo rushed into the street and lifted King Von to transport him into the escape vehicle. Simultaneously, Quando's associates collected Quando and Tim and drove them to the same hospital. Astonishingly, King Von remained fully conscious throughout the car ride. He continually reassured his team that everything would be fine, attempting to keep them composed.
When he was in the car, I myself wasn't there. The gentleman that was in the car with him was panicking, and Von was the one that was like, hey, calm down, slow down, chill, I'm gonna be good, just get me to the hospital. And honest truth, we all thought that the way he was carrying himself, from that incident, from what I was told from the people in the car, that he would have been fine.
Upon reaching the hospital, King Von was quickly taken to the operating theater where he received 2 surgeries, but he unexpectedly died when he was startled by a nurse in the recovery room while searching for his weapon. Tragically, the news of King Von's death quickly circulated and deeply impacted the rap community.
Made national headlines as officials confirmed one of the 3 people was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends.
2 groups of individuals got into a physical altercation. That physical altercation escalated into an exchange of...
Given that Quando and Tim were identified as responsible, everyone awaited their account of that night's events. We eventually received their statements, and Quando Rondo said,
whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out, or whatever. Like, they could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
Even Lou Tim commented, stating that if Von had not behaved as he did, Von would still be alive today.
Oh, like, shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, shit, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying fuck him and shit like that, because I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like, they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened. Like,
ultimately, Tim recovered from his hospital injuries, but was charged with King Von's death the following day. However, after navigating the legal system and securing skilled representation, Lul Tim's charges were dropped after his defense argued self-defense in court, as his lawyer confirmed. The case against Lul Tim was dismissed before an indictment was even filed. Yet, Von's associates refused to accept this, retaliating with an attack on Quando Rondo's crew.
Now the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
This retaliation led to the death of Quando's friend, Lil Pob, causing Quando to experience the same grief King Von's friends had endured a year earlier. Dirk even referenced Quando's reaction in his lyrics, saying, "Look on the news and see your son screaming, no."
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sign.
Soon after, Dirk implied responsibility for the attack on a diss track with the lyrics, "They like Dirk, he a singer. He won't do something. You can believe whatever you want. I got your folks hit."